Hello, everyone, and good morning, and welcome back to Total Football Talk. So we're going to look at all the latest news coming out of Manchester United and transfer news. We will also have a quick look back at the match that took place yesterday. And obviously, yesterday didn't go our way, and it's very frustrating. And I was really annoyed yesterday. But we'll have a quick look at that as we kind of go through some of the comments that came out, and we'll also look at how we feel about it. And yeah, we'll look at some of the news that's also coming out about Manchester United, which I think is kind of key and certain things that need to happen fast. God, they need to happen fast, as in the summer. I'm not talking tomorrow. But yeah, so plenty to get into. Hi, everyone. I'm Keith. I'm the host of this little channel. Thank you very much for joining me. If you're enjoying the content, if you could hit the like button, that would be absolutely amazing. And if you could subscribe, bottom right-hand side corner of the screen, that would also be fantastic. Thank you for everyone who has subscribed and has hit the like button so far. Amazing. I'm delighted with everything. Couldn't be going better. But let's crack on with the news. So Fabrizio Romano has come out and he has talked about Victor Osimhen, and he has sort of, started to talk about where we are with the Osimhen deal. Which, so when it is Fabrizio Romano talking, you sit up and you listen, because he is tier one. Him, David Ornstein, and Laurie Whitwell are probably three of the sort of top end journalists that get really good information, and usually when their information comes out, it's always pretty much close to the money. So we'll have a look at that. We'll have a look at some statistics between Chido, Obi, and Hojlund, which came out of the match yesterday. James Ducker done a piece on Onana, and I'll talk about what people were saying in the ground about Onana, which is fascinating, that we didn't really get to see too much on the TV, but it did frustrate me. So it frustrated the crowd. Zirkzee says sorry in a post, so I feel for the kid. Rubin Rooney talks about, or Rubin Amorim talks about Wayne Rooney's comments. So we'll have a quick look at that, and also we. Oh, good old Manchester United and their social media accounts. And yeah, we have a little brief take on what Mason Mount has just done recently, which in the grand scheme of things shouldn't actually be anything worth talking about, but I just think in the current climate he has maybe caused himself a little bit of bother and needs to keep his head down. But we'll have a quick look at that. But we'll start with the top story, and it's the one with Victor Osimhen. And it's the interaction over Victor Osimhen is there, but United still do not know how much money they'll have to spend in the summer. There's nothing advanced or concrete at this stage, despite the rumours the player will not reduce his wage. So I kind of alluded this in previous, a couple of days ago whenever we looked at Victor Osimhen. I think that he's at the stage where he wants a good contract. He's in that, coming into the prime of his career. It probably won't be his last move, and it probably won't be his biggest move, but it's one where it's going to be a substantial. He will want a substantial amount of money. He will want, his agent will want probably a big fee too, and Napoli will also want to maximize their profit as much as they can on Victor Osimhen. So I think we are going to struggle with this one, and reason being we're going to struggle with this is because yesterday's result was not good. We eliminated another pathway to sort of European football, and I don't know how we go forward from here. Because can we win the Europa League with the team that we currently have? I mean, we struggle to score goals. So this is where Victor Osimhen comes into play. He would really help us. You look at what Chido Obi did when he came on yesterday. Rasmus is just a bereft of confidence. He's unable to make the right decisions. He's unable to make the right runs. Even when he gets the ball, he's still doing the wrestling moves when maybe he just needs to get the ball and move it on. And there was even one stage yesterday when there was a simple pass to his right. He tried to backheel to either Bruno or Casemiro. I can't remember who it was. And I was screaming at the TV going, what are you doing, kid? You don't need to try some fancy backheel. The simple ball was to your right. There was two players to his right, and United could have had more forward momentum. But he went for the intricate kind of backheel, and the whole thing broke down. I wasn't Bruno, because Bruno actually picked the second ball up a bit deeper. Sorry, maybe it was Casemiro he was trying to play in. But it was just, why are you doing this? You don't need to make these decisions at this particular time whenever things are difficult. Keep it simple and try and just progress forward. But anyway, I think Victor Osimhen would bring a whole different ball game to the front line. Now, whether he'd get the service or not, I don't know. That's to be debated. But I still think Victor Osimhen, or someone of his ilk, with the experience that he has, the power he has, and the ability to get in behind, I think that would give us definitely a better opportunity to score some goals, because my God, we struggled without Bruno is he polarizes opinion so much. He gets the opportunity to score goals. He scores some goals. My God, he gives the ball away a lot. He played well yesterday, and fair play to him, but he's still, some of his passing is so wayward. It's short passing range at times just drives me absolutely insane. But yeah, so that's where we are with Victor Osimhen. I think Fabrizio was talking about it. I don't think if we get European football, I think if we end up, just if we crash out of the Europa League and we finish in the bottom half of the league, I just can't see Manchester United and Rubin Amorim being enough of a sway for Victor Osimhen to come to Manchester United. If we were to somehow if we were somehow, God, I don't know how we do it, but win the Europa League, then I'd say we have a chance of bringing in someone like Osimhen. But if we don't, if we're just sitting bottom half of the league, we're going to be looking at a Delap from Ipswich or someone, or Jonathan Davis on a free. I think those are the strikers that we're potentially going to end up going for. And yeah, I think they might be better than Hojlund and probably Zirkzee at this stage. But yeah, long way, long road, long path, and the striker situation is horrific. So talking about the strikers, we'll move on to a little stat that came out yesterday. 3 big chances in 52 minutes for Chido. Rasmus, 3 big chances in 22 Premier League games this season. So, what do we think about that? Tell me what you think about Osimhen. Would you want Osimhen? Would you want Gyökeres? Would you be desperate for them? Or would you prefer us to bring through Chido Obi and see what he can do? I think for me, as I've said before, I just think the kid needs to be brought through properly. He got quite a few minutes yesterday because we had to go into extra time. He did create more than Hojlund. He did put himself in the right positions, and he did play very well when he came on. With even he didn't have a great deal of service, but he made some good runs and he put himself in good positions. And he was so unlucky that time. Leno made a brilliant save with his big palm, put it over the bar. I really felt for the kid because I thought that could have been his nice moment at Old Trafford to get his first goal and get us through to the next round of the cup. But unfortunately, it wasn't to be. It just was great, very good save. Got to give Leno credit. It was an excellent save, and I would have been delighted if that had been Onana making that type save. So yeah, fair play to Leno, excellent save. Chido did very well. Obviously, you can see from the stats there, Hojlund is falling off a cliff. The lad needs time, and he needs a bit of rest, as in out of the team, not necessarily rest, as in he needs to find some confidence, and I don't know how he does. I don't know where it comes from. Maybe it'll come from the Europa League because he has a good record in the Europa League. So maybe against European opposition he will be better. But we'll find out on Thursday night on that one. Okay, so James Ducker then was going on to talk about Andre Onana, and so this was, with 12 minutes to go in the FA Cup, the goalkeeper has taken ages, taking goal kick. Sort of sums up where United are at the moment. So, in the crowd. The crowd were going crazy at Onana, and I couldn't. And it was so frustrating me. We're 1-0 behind, and Onana is just so slow. Everything is so slow. He's telling everyone to calm down and just take it easy. There's no want to try and get a quick ball out, a quick throw. The lad can't even find a throw over the top of someone's head, to release a winger or to release a wing back or to get someone with forward momentum. He will not do it. He will just get the ball and he'll roll it under his foot and then he'll look up and then he'll make a pass, probably long, to no one. And the crowd obviously in the ground are going absolutely berserk at the fact that he's taken so long to do this. So what are you doing, Onana? I do not know what he's playing at. So that's a massive issue that we have. He's so slow. He's so slow at everything. I think goalkeeper is a position that we really need to look at. Okay, so we go on to what Zirkzee said. He said, sorry to let the kind of team down. Thanks for the incredible support. He put that out in a tweet. And, obviously I'm not going to go in on Zirkzee. He did miss the penalty. Anyone can miss a penalty. Unfortunately, it was just us. We did it against Arsenal. We managed to have very good penalty takers. We took them well. We scored. But this time we didn't quite have those penalty takers all on the pitch. And yeah, it made a big difference. The fact that we have no bench, we're bringing Heaven on, who, fair play, had a good game. Chido coming on, Garnacho coming on, who is skillful, does drive forward, but his decision making at this particular stage of time not very good. It's very, very annoying. If he can improve on that, he would be an excellent player. But I don't know. He's so greedy at times. It's really, really frustrating. But so that's Zirkzee saying sorry to the fans, but I don't think he needs to. But he had an okay game. He worked hard. The ball, he stuck to him at times, bounced off him at others. Tried to create, wasn't quite his day. Yeah, a bit like Hojlund, but I think he was better than Hojlund. But okay, so this is what Wayne Rooney had to talk about on United winning on United winning the league. So Rubin Amorim, sorry, on Wayne Rooney calling him naive, saying that the target, saying for that the target is to win the Premier League. And Ruben's like, I know in this moment everybody knows everything. I know that it's easy and it's really easy. I was a pundit when I finished my career. I know it's really easy. So I think Ruben isn't you know, shy to answer questions from ex United players. He's also not afraid to tell the truth. He wears his heart in his sleeve. He has been very honest with the fans. He has tried to explain to the fans where we are and what's happening. And he did say there was a storm coming, and my God, are we in the middle of a storm? Wayne Rooney's coming out saying, he's a bit naive to say he's going to be winning the league. I think Ruben isn't going to be. I think he knows he's not going to be winning the league for quite a few years. Should he still be the manager in come the future, which I hope he is because I'm behind him. We have to get behind him. We have to find a way to make this work. But Wayne Rooney's kind of is right in what he's saying. But I think Rubin Amorim also understands the situation. So that was that. And then finally, we're going to finish up on the whole Mason Mount thing. Mason Mount on, was it Instagram? I'm not entirely sure. Mason Mount met up with current ex-Chelsea players last night. So I just think this is a shocking look from Mason Mount. Just in terms of, not that he met up with his pals from Chelsea. Of course, he's going to have good mates down there. I just think it's a shame that Manchester United... he's out there posting images whenever he hasn't played for so long. We don't know when he's back. There's no return date on his injury. He has just, so he's, all we see him is living the high life while we're suffering. Now, I'm not saying he shouldn't go out and he shouldn't enjoy it with his friends. Maybe just stay off the social media accounts, do it behind closed doors, enjoy it, go see them, do your thing. But it almost feels like you're rubbing our faces in it because you haven't been available for us for almost the 18 months that you've been since we bought you in, and we actually could be doing with you right now just as even a bench player to come off the bench with a bit of experience, And I just think, yeah, just read the room, stop making these silly mistakes, stop having these images being posted out until we're actually in a much better place and people don't care, but we care at the minute because we're all suffering. And then finally, we'll have a quick look. I'll talk about the game. Gutted that we went out. We were probably the better team. I think Marco Silva thought they were the better team. I think we probably shaded it. We didn't do enough to win it. We had kids coming off the bench to try and get us over the line. Unfortunately, we just didn't have enough in the locker. And we had to take players off. Ugarte had to come off. Maguire had to come off. And yeah, it's very, very frustrating. It's one potential pathway to Europe gone. As I said at the very beginning, we have to look at the Victor Osimhen thing. Can we win the Europa League? I actually don't know how we do it with the team that we have without the ability to score goals. And just one shout out to De Ligt. Some of the players were good yesterday, but De Ligt was my man of the match. He was unbelievable. Everything he did was absolutely fantastic, and fair play to him because he gets so much stick and it's so totally unfair for the stick he's got this season, but he's been absolutely brilliant this year. Guys, thank you very much. I'm Keith. If you hit me a like and a subscribe on the way out, that'd be absolutely amazing. I'm going to wrap it up there, and we shall see you tomorrow on the next one.